Alright, I'm going to be analyzing a fight scene featuring Piccolo from the movie Lord Slug. Like most of these old movies, Piccolo usually enters the scene when Gohan is in trouble. And just immediately, Piccolo comes in to farm that aura. This cool pose, comes in all like Batman here, throwing guys into the light. Now if we go back here, some of the techniques to create this sort of moody atmosphere, of course, is the two-tone shading of the characters. So we're not seeing all of the green and purple in Piccolo. We've been reduced to two-tone shading, so it's just the white and the black, and it creates this cool, almost kind of comic booky feel. And then we have the lights behind the characters, and that's the reason they're shaded this way. And then if you see these kind of glowy flares coming out of the lights, that's all done most likely with an airbrush on cells to give it a translucent kind of textural feeling. And we'll see some more airbrush techniques later on in this fight. So we're coming in with the setup of the fight, this kind of Dollar General Dorodabo ripoff. He's coming in with his attack, and just immediately, even though we haven't even seen these characters interact yet, we have a sense that Piccolo has the upper hand just from cutting to this shot of his feet, and as he comes up, just this kind of shows this feeling of confidence, and he's just holding his arms like this, crossing his arms. So he's basically communicating that he isn't worried at all. And this is just a really cool insert shot here. Like, they could have just gone from this baddie coming towards Piccolo, then cut to this shot, follow through with him still chasing Piccolo, but they insert this little close-up of Piccolo's feet here. And I think this is so cool. It's really subtle, but it just gives it a cool feeling. And it also shows that Piccolo is hovering, and he's basically about to fly backwards. So his feet come up, and the shadow starts disappearing, and then he comes back down a bit. So this communicates some weight. If they just had him go up and he stops, that would feel kind of like cardboard motion, or that the character doesn't really have any weight. So just adding a few frames where he starts to come back down a little bit, it helps sell the idea that this is a real flesh and blood character who weighs something. It's not just a drawing. Alright, I love little stuff like this, interacting with the environment. He punches into this little car and steam shoots out. And this is another airbrush example where if this was just painted with regular paint like on cells, it would be opaque and it wouldn't show the same effect. So using the airbrush, animators would use airbrush for special effects to get some more texture and to basically make things feel a little bit more real. So yeah, so far in the fight, Piccolo has just been dodging. He hasn't done anything to show how strong he is. And if we come over here, I'll go back a bit. So this baddie's lining up his punch. And now we cut to the shot of him punching, and we can see the speed lines behind his hand, which of course helps communicate action, or it helps communicate speed. But also look at the background. If you make YouTube videos or live streams, check out animatedloop.com, where you can download royalty-free animated clips and transition overlays for video editing. There's also animation courses. Well, back to the video. The background has become speed stripes now. Now these types of stripey swipes are used to show really fast panning, and it also helps to frame the character very clearly. So if we had the background having all the detailed buildings and a bunch of clutter, the character wouldn't be standing out as strong. We wouldn't see his silhouette as striking as we do now with these simple stripes behind him going horizontally which helps really communicate the speed of his punch. And then of course Piccolo catches it. Now this is another little subtle thing. We actually overshoot. So if you look here, Piccolo comes into frame, he comes forward further and then starts to slide back. This little overshoot makes it feel like the camera is trying to stop and it has to catch up and pull back. So this also shows more motion, more momentum. It's subtle, you probably wouldn't notice it, but you can feel it. Of course they struggle. Please don't break my arm. Again, more interaction with the environments. There's so much happening here. In the foreground we have these dilapidated buildings and this broken car. So we have a lot of nice little textural stuff happening and storytelling happening even in the shot. In the background we have the spacecraft, Lord Slug's spacecraft. You know, this is showing what's happening. These villains, how they're terraforming the planet for the worse. Again, more interaction with the environment. Piccolo comes down through the top of the building, and then we have special effects of smoke following through with the motion. And his cape falls down, shoots out a blast, and blows his head off. So now Piccolo is shown in fear. He no longer has the upper hand because he was ambushed. You know, Piccolo can't just one-shot all the baddies. There has to be a reason for Goku to show up eventually. This cool little Sailor Moon type moons shoot out before the eye blast, so it kind of helps anticipate that he's building up energy and then the eye beam happens. If he went straight to the laser beams on his eyes, if he just went straight from here to here, it would look more limited animation. So it's cool that they add this little sort of animated lens flare thing happening, shooting circular kind of semicircles out of his eyes. It helps anticipate what's going to happen next. Boom. Oh, and of course Piccolo gets hit trying to sacrifice himself to protect Gohan. The baddie's shooting out his blast towards Gohan, and Piccolo comes in to save the day. Coming in frame here. Even when he's taking damage, Piccolo is farming that aura. I love these old DBZ movies that give Piccolo and some of the other characters a chance to shine. Any chance there is to glaze Piccolo a little bit, I'll take it. I'll be doing more fight analysis videos and also just more animation analysis videos in general. So feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.